Hello Game Boys and Game Girls, I'm the Game Boy Guru and welcome to another pickups and arrivals video, or in this case, shall I say, all arrivals, since nobody's really going out much anymore. I do apologize for the lack of videos over the last couple of weeks. My lighting setup that I normally have, the bulbs in both of these lights that are right here, you can't see them of course because they're behind the camera, but those lights both decided to quit on the same day, and I had a bunch of trouble with the lamps themselves. After doing some extensive troubleshooting, I figured out it was the bulbs and not the lamps. The lamps appear to still be working, but I can't use standard bulbs in them. So I'm going to have to buy replacements, and that's going to take time because it's not something I can buy locally, most likely. I'm probably going to have to order them from Amazon and then wait. So anyway, I kind of rigged up my old lighting setup in a way that at least works for now. So hopefully I will get some new videos cranked out and kind of be back to doing that for a little bit, at least until the new bulbs arrive, and then hopefully back to the way it was before. So anyway, let's just jump in and get started. The first thing that arrived through the course of the month is something I've been waiting on forever, and it's something that should have arrived over a month ago, almost 2 months at this point, but that is Ghostblade HD for the Switch. This is the limited edition that East Asia Soft released through Play Asia, and it should have arrived almost 2 months ago, but it didn't because they shipped it to the wrong address. They shipped it to my old address. Even though I had updated the thing, you know, asking it to be sent to my new address, for whatever reason, it's still tagged to send to my old one. And so, anyway, a big shout out to Play Asia, who, after working with the post office and working with Play Asia's support, they made it right and got me another shipment. It took longer than I expected, took longer than I wanted, of course, but they did make it right and get me this. So I finally have this. So let's jump into this guy real quick and see what we've got under the hood. I was very glad to finally get that a couple of weeks ago or so. So of course you got the sticker there that they included there in the front. And let me just try and tear into this bad boy if I can. Yeah, that's probably the best one. I just need to get enough of a grip on it that I can begin to tear it, or maybe I can carefully get there we go, get a hole started and go from there. Oh. There we go. Perfect. Alright, so of course the game already did get a physical PS4 release and has been out digitally on Switch, PS4, PC, and even Wii U. But I wanted to get the Switch release for a couple of reasons. Primarily, oh look at that, I have, whoops, I just dropped the spacer. So, yeah, spacer. Primarily, let's see here, we've got a certificate, certificate number, so I have 1632 out of 3000. That was nice. But one of the main reasons I wanted to get it is, as a physical media junkie, I wanted to have the arranged soundtrack on CD. And this is the arranged soundtrack by Sarah Flash. And it also includes a couple of other tracks by Emperor Ring, Rapture, and Grisor 87. And so I've already got a digital version of the of the soundtrack that Sayre did with his tracks, but I wanted, you know, I'm a physical media guy. I've got a CD collection, I've got a vinyl collection, I've got a game collection, obviously. So I really wanted the physical media. So always glad to see when this stuff gets on physical media. And of course, you have the Switch game itself, which, let's just go ahead and open this guy and take a quick peek. I think, if I remember correctly, the art might be reversible, but let's double check. Because it's an alternate cover. It's not the, you know, it's more of a anime style art than the original art that was included. Yeah. So you got the mini manual here, which is pretty cool. And, you know, just has the story, basically, some character art and controls. Even has a deal showing the Joy-Cons and the Joy-Con grip, which is pretty cool. But yeah, it does have the alternate art that has the original art that goes with it. So you've got the original art or the alternate art, so you can kind of go with whichever you want. I've got the original art set up on the PS4 version, so I might leave the Switch version with the alternate art, just because. Ooh, that sticker just barely doesn't fit, but I'll just throw it in there. And there's also this cool little item, which is an awesome steelbook. So you've got the cool art of the ships there attacking, and then you've got the alternate art there, and then some original art inside. So very cool. Very nice display item. And of course you've got the title information there on the side. So yeah, I might have to put stuff in the steelbook and put that on the shelf because I really like that. That's pretty nice. So next up, we got something that I grabbed because I'm kind of a glutton for punishment. Those of you who watched my streams of Gradius 3 last year know that within the month that I was playing it, I came really close to reaching the final area and grabbing that 1cc on the Super Nintendo version, but I didn't quite. So if I wasn't skilled enough at Gradius 3 before, I'm certainly not skilled enough to do it on the SA1 version. So yeah, this is the Gradius SA1 that you can see there. Get the camera in focus. So yeah, this is a custom cart that was put together with a, I can't remember what the Japanese game was that was sacrificed, the donor cart that was sacrificed. It's something that's a dime a dozen, apparently. But yeah, so pretty decent glossy label and nice print on this. It looks actually pretty good. I mean, it looks like a high quality bootleg. But yeah, and I don't know what cart was sacrificed, what US cart was sacrificed to make the this either, because this is a US cart, or at least a North American cart. It's got English and French on it, so maybe it was, yeah, it was a Canadian or US or Canadian release, 1992. So anyway, Gradius 3 SA1. I'm probably going to do a stream of this at some point. And you can all just laugh and watch me get destroyed. Got another version of a game that I already have. In fact, I already have a physical version of it, but yeah, I'm a glutton for these kinds of things, and I just like, you know, the different versions and having them all. And so I got Assault Android Cactus Plus for the Switch. This is the physical release that just came out through Super Rare Games, and these guys ship fast when they've got a product ready. So this came out, I pre-ordered it, and within probably a week or a week and a half, I had it in hand. So very cool to have that. So definitely some cool twin stick shooting action there. I also ordered my first import, Japanese import for the original Xbox. I've already shown off some Japanese imports for the Saturn and for the Xbox 360, and even though the original Xbox is not region free, my Xbox is modded, so I would have the ability to play out of region games, and that includes Shikigami no Shiro. So this is, I think, probably the definitive version of this game, at least on console. Because the PS2 release came before this, and I think this had either some improvements or some tweaks. And so I'm going to be curious to see this. Now, of course, we got a jankified version of the PS2 release here in North America with Mobile Light Force 2, where they changed it all around, and the translation of the story was just laughably bad and very memeable. But this is actually going to give probably a relatively good approximation of the arcade release. And so I'm excited to have this, and we'll have to dig into this at some point in the not too distant future. And it's a slow month, but that's okay, because I capped it off with what came in the mail today, finally, which I've been waiting for weeks, and that is the Vasara collection for the Nintendo Switch. Now, that did come with the little thing like I showed off with last month with the Ultra Core, a little, I don't know what you call it, coaster or art thing. And it came with the apology card like they did last time, and then a standard postcard with some Vasara art. But let's quickly unpack. Oh, they're pulling off a tiny piece of plastic again. Let's quickly unpack this bad boy and check out the contents and see what treasure lies inside. The Ultra Core set that I unboxed last month impressed me. So it looks like this is similar in that it's a slipcover which has the Switch logo and the branding on it, so that they could not have to print duplicates of the actual box itself. So a very nice box for this collection. And matter of fact, let me open this all the way up. Yeah, really, really nice. So we have the Vasara Collection soundtrack, as I've already mentioned. I am a sucker for these things, so definitely have to have the physical media whenever possible. Oh, let's see. There is, looks like a poster. Oh, a couple of things here. One at a time. All right, so this is, oh yeah, sticker page with what looks like some different craft or vehicles from the games. That's pretty cool. And yeah, this appears to be a poster. Oh, wow. Very nice. Vasara Collection. That's a nice looking poster. Cool art. Love that the visual representation of the melee attacks in the game. So that's pretty cool. Comes with this nice classy looking booklet here, or book I should say, think this is probably an art book. Oh yeah. Wow, full color character art and profiles. Pretty cool. Oh, sketches. Of course, these are probably scans of sketches, so they're a little bit, well, unless they're all like this, they're all have that pixel look, so I wonder how much of that is, intentional. Some cool character portraits and super deformed versions of characters in game. Some enemy portraits. Pretty cool. Let's see, what else do we have in here? Oh, some screenshots. Bunch of stuff showing off the Vasara Endless mode. And some other related artwork. Huh, pretty cool. So yeah, that's a nice piece. Nice art book. A lot of times you either get an art book or you get a CD, but it's less often that you get both. So I'm happy to see that with Vasara and with the Esperade that I opened last month that, you know, you get both. And you have Vasara itself, which, if the art book wasn't enough, it also comes with a manual, which is great. So you've got the standard cover here, and then you've got the inner art, which I suppose you could use that as outer art if you wanted to. Pretty cool looking. Just like the poster. And, oh yeah. Nice manual. You got information about the different characters and the ships and the attacks and the different items you can get. Information about controls. So yeah, very cool. Very cool to see this whole setup. So very happy to have that finally, and you know, have Strictly Limited finally have delivered on that. So very, very nice to finally get that in the mail. That's all I have for March. I don't know if I'm going to be doing an April video. It's going to depend on whether I actually get any of the items that I've ordered over the past few months, pre-ordered, that kind of a thing, in the mail for April. So we'll have to wait and see. I'm not expecting a lot, but who knows? There could be a few things. So anyway, if you like this video, consider giving it a thumbs up. Also consider subscribing so you can see more of my videos in your YouTube feed. I'll have a link in the description below where you can check out my blog. That is where I have all my Game Boy reviews. That is gameboyguru.blogspot.com. Also, check out Nira's channel. He provided the Super Mario Land Overworld theme that I use as the intro for a lot of my videos, and he does a bunch of other great chiptune and game music covers as well, so I would encourage you to have a listen to that. As always, thanks for watching, thanks for playing, and game on.